So if you are on this video, so the chances are that you have already gone through the first video in the Python system administration series, and the Python is already installed on your machine and you are comfortable working with IPython. That's great. So just if you have not, then I request you to go to the Python installation video, go through it, and then move on to this video. So what we are going to learn in this video. So if you remember, in the previous section we had created a program. Let me show it to you. We had created this program inside my sysadmin folder. There is a program there, sysinfo, which is in Python and is used to gather the system information. That's great. So we will be using the same program and modifying it a bit, and we'll be learning about a very interesting thing in Python, that is functions. What exactly is a function? Let's understand it. So like it is right there on the slide also, that in the previous statement what we had learned, if I execute the program, both of the functions, like both of the commands, your disk space command and the uname command, both will run, right? So let's first understand what exactly is a function. So function is nothing but a mini script, right? Consider it as a block of statements. So when I call the block name, all the statements inside that block will be executed. See it like this. So I created a function, and remember guys, the functions are always created with define. Name of the function can be anything, braces, and then colon. Colon means is the starting of the function, then write whatever you wanted to do, and the function is always called with the function name and round brackets. So I'll just show it to you. So this is the program. I can just leave it here for now. I go to my IPython and I create a function, say function hello, right? And see the indents are very specific, guys. If you are creating functions, so the proper indentation is must. So I write anything here, print hello open source fans, hello fans, this is a function, and I say print. So I can have multiple lines also with multi lines or commands, right? And whenever you want to end, just press enter. So that is in IPython. So this is done, this is being created. So I can call it by giving hello and curly braces. That's all. Oh sorry, round brackets. So any point of time I want to run all those statements which are inside this, I can simply give hello and then and the round brackets, and it will be executed. So that is the objective or the idea behind the function. But let's see how can I use it for system administration. That's the story. So I'll go back to my slide. So this is what we had already done. You can also have a range. Range means a kind of a loop. So if I give this for I in range 8 print function or hello, so that is going to execute that hello function, whatever is there in the hello, for 8 times or 9 times, whatever. So let's try that also. So if I say for range, for just remember this, for I in range and the number, whatever number you say, so it can be any variable, I in range say 8. Oh sorry, I have to give in, which I forget, I in range 8 and then the function. So have to be careful. That's it. And then say hello. Hello is my function. I call the function. That's it. So this will be called 8 times because I have got multiple lines. So I've got 16 lines output, but this is how you can repeat a function multiple lines using the range. Wonderful. Now what next? So let's implement what we had learned for making our job easier. That's the idea, right? So this I had already told you, you can have multiple lines also, so we can safely move ahead. You can have a numeric function also, say plus. So it says sum 800 plus 83, so it gives you 883. So I want you to just do this, as I will be moving on to the more important things. So I'll go back to the script where we had executed certain commands, like we got to know about the kernel name and the hard disk space. So we will convert the script into the function, right? So it's very simple stuff. Just define the function and make proper indents. So this is what I say step by step. So I do an exit from here, open this file, rest of the things are same. Just say define and the name, say I say function 1, it can be anything, and then you need to make sure they are in indent. So indents need to be taken care, so like this, right? Rest of the things are same, so it can be any name. So I can write kernel function and disk function, so let's give it that meaningful name. So define kernel function, right? And here I said define disk function. That's it. And again the indents need to be there. So it's so easy to convert a simple program into the function, but then I have to call a function, right? So if you see the slide, and you will see a slight change here. So normally a good practice is that we define one more function as main, right? So if you are coming from a C programming background, you should remember that we used to have a main block which executes the whole program. So the same thing goes like that. I will be creating a function main which will be calling these two functions. So that is first defining the main function as it is with the colon. Colon means I am defining it. Then eventually at the end I am calling it, right? So let's do this. So I say create a function main which will call the two functions. So I say main, sorry, as we are defining it, so the colon need to be there, and then I say kernel function, because I'm executing it, so the colon will not be there, and the disk function, and then finally call the main function. So ultimately the main will be executed, right? When I say main, so it will execute both the things. So I save and come out from here as it is there for you on the slides. Now what we have done, we have converted a simple script into the functions. So you can have multiple functions inside a script, and then you can call all the functions from a single function main. So I can reuse it. So I will show you how we can reuse it. Even a function like in Python, one very interesting thing, I can run it, right? But there is no flow control on the main function. So because when I call main, it will automatically execute both the things. Fine, it is fine. But I can control that also with the function. I'll tell you how. And one of the important thing is that a function or a program can be imported as a module, and a module can be used as a file. This is a very important thing that you should understand in Python. A file is a module and vice versa. So I can import this in the file. So let me show it how to do it. So if I see here, there is this file sysinfo, so I'd say import, like we import the sub process, so it will execute the things automatically. See, so if I run it here, sysinfo, it's not working, right? Because I've got a function main. So what to do? Use IPython, that's the idea. And if you do ls here, all the things, all the functions are coming. Here is my sysinfo. Just do a import sysinfo. That's it. You need not to give the .py extension there, right? Oh, just a minute, let me see if there is any issue in the file. I'll check it out. Just go back. Just a minute, guys. Some syntax error, suppose. Let's see. sysinfo.py. Okay, we had executed this. Oh, see, we forget to give define. Wow, that's great. Define, that's it. Save and come out. Now we will run it. So there are multiple ways of running it. If I run the script like this, it's running, but then I hadn't used the benefit of the functions, because it is running both the like functions, right? Might be I just want to run only the disk space function or the kernel function. So currently there is no flow control. So what I can do, I can import it. Look, that's the beauty of Python. So I can import it. Import sysinfo, just write this. Oh, sorry, first you have to give ipython, sorry, and then give import sysinfo. See, it is running both the things, right? So, but still I don't have any flow control. So by importing it and running it, we have just confirmed this statement. A file is a module and vice versa. So file can be executed as a file and file can be imported as a module, which I had just done. So this is what you can do, sorry, bad English. Okay, now how to make it more flexible, or how can I have more control on it? So what we can do, we can just tweak our main function. So I want to reuse the code, right? But I cannot control that. I just want to run only one function, because if I use import, it's executing both the things. And if I am executing it normally like sysinfo, it is executing both the things. There is no way I can control that I want to run only one function depending upon my use case. So that can be done. So let's do this. So what I do, just tweak it a slight things, right? So this is what the problem is, the main function, because execution starts from main and main will call both the functions, right? So that's why I don't have any control on which function I intend to execute. So what I do, just do a slight tweak. That's the thing you have to do. For now, just understand this, that writing this will help you call each functions by the name. So I'll just tweak my program and change my main. So for you, I can just simply move it here so that it can be easier for you to understand. So I open my sysinfo file, right? Comment this out. Instead of this, write if underscore underscore name underscore underscore comparison operator is equal to underscore underscore main underscore underscore, defined it and say main. So this is a small tweak which will help me running the function which I intend to. I will have total control on which particular function I intend to run. So I save and come out from here. That's great. What now? How can I use it then? Very simple. Again, import it. Just a minute. Let me open my machine. I'll bring it back here as usual. Oh, sorry. Just have a small patience with me. Perfect alignment, perfect, right? So I had done these changes. Sysinfo, I had changed, commented out the main and tweaked the main like this. Underscore underscore name is equal to main underscore underscore main underscore underscore, and then call it. So what's the, how it's going to help me? Very simple. Go to ipython, import it, import sysinfo. Now if you write sysinfo and press tab, right? Just a minute, I'll show it to you how it works. I had imported it. Now if you write sysinfo and put a dot and the name, let me show this, sysinfo dot, you can see there the different functions are coming up. So it is up to you whether you want to run the main. When you want to run the main, it will execute both. Suppose I just want to run the disk function, so just put enter here and like this. So you are able to execute a part of your script when it is configured or written as function. I hope you got it. This can be very handy when you have a script already running, and from inside the IPython you can run any program. That's amazing. You can also call this function, but how it is reusable. So I can also call this program into another program. So let's do this. So we have this file. I'm exiting from here. We have this file sysinfo, which has got two functions. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create one more file and call this function. I'll show you the slides first, that will be easier. Right, so this is a screenshot of what we had done. So we have reused the code and I can call it, right? But I should be able to call it from another file also. So let's create another file and see here, from sysinfo, whatever the name is, import the function name. So let's do this. So by doing this, what will happen? Here I had defined a function temp space. It will merely show you the space occupied by the temp directory, and then in the main I'm calling the disk function, the disk free function, right? So when I give the third file name, it also tells me this. So let me give it, let's do this simple stuff. So let's create one more file. Say sysinfo3.py usr bin environment python, right? If you wish, I can put it like this so that it will be easy for you, right? So I say from sysinfo, the main file, import. I need to remember the name of the function. What's the name? So let's go back and check it. Cat sysinfo.py. The name of the function was, in my case, disk underscore function. Okay, so I'll be calling this. And click here, disk underscore function. This is how it is to be done, right? Imported the function, and obviously I need to import the subprocess, the main library. Import subprocess, and then I will create one more function, define disk of temp, like this, anything, and then create a function. It can be anything. So in my case, I am doing just checking the space of the temp. So I can use the same name to avoid any confusion. Disk temporary space. So create a variable disk usage, give the command du. So here your Linux skills will come into the picture. So temp arguments, say I want human readable and the summary, and the path I use is temp. So look how flexible the Python is for the system admin. But the point is that normally we don't focus on the Python for the system administrator for admin jobs. So I say total space occupied by, I can write this line like this, by temp directory, anything, and then call subprocess.call. I hope you still remember this. We had used this subprocess.call. So I give, subprocess.call, and then the first argument is temp usage, then the second is temp argument, and the third is path. So just check it out. I hope we are not doing any errors. Temp usage, temp argument, and path. Perfect. And then call the function. So I can make it here. Perfect. right? Then I call define a function main, and inside the main function I will call the disk function first, disk function, and then I call my function temp space. See here, the disk function is not defined here. This function I am importing from a different file, and again I want the control that I should be able to execute as per my wish. So I call main, right, this if underscore underscore main underscore underscore equal to, you should remember this syntax, name and main, right? So just check it out, the name comparison operator underscore underscore. Please remember these are two underscores, right? And the main, that's it. So this will help me in controlling that which function I intend to run. So please remember this. I'll share it once again, just a minute. So you have to be very careful in this. There should be no syntax error. If underscore underscore name equal to main, right? Just do this, and I have imported another function. So see here, disk underscore function is not created in this file. I'm importing it from another file. So this is how you can reuse your code. Once created in a script, you can call it in any other script. So if I save and come out and make this executable, chmod plus x sysinfo3.py, I go to ipython, and then I say give a list here. That's the benefit ipython gives me. I say sysinfo3 dot tab, sorry, just a minute, sorry, sysinfo3, and then if I write sysinfo3 dot, it's showing me the functions, right? So if I run main, it will execute both. If I run disk function, which is not a part, which is not a part of that, but it is, we are able to run it. And in the same manner, I can run my temp space, something like this, temp space 1.9 MB is occupied. So that is how you can attach or convert your normal Python script used for system administration into a more reusable and flexible code using the functions, right? That is a screenshot with a different output. And again, we had already started a very interesting thing, which, and a very say the best way of learning and the new things and getting yourself updated is our Patreon page. So it's my responsibility once again to explain you about this. We have a page on Patreon, patreon.com/networknuts. Please go to this page because we will be uploading additional videos and stuff on this page which will not be available on YouTube. So that will be exclusively for our members. So if you see here, if I go here, we have things like Amazon NAT gateways and load balancer stuff, volumes, and a lot of other stuff which is not say Python for user management. So how can you create a Python script which will help you in creating your users on the fly, right? And that can be executed on any program, on any server. So you can join these levels or the tiers. It's very simple stuff, guys. You just need to log in here, sign up, and for every tier, see, these are the tiers. So if you are interested in learning more on Python, just need to join this tier, and the cost will be $2 per month. That is dirt cheap. We are not even charging something for, like, in the same manner, the RSC-SA and RSC stuff for $2, for Amazon Web Services for $2, for DevOps for $2 per month. So just giving out $2 per month, you you will be getting the videos and real life like solutions, like one we had posted here, how to create the user management using the Python. So this will be exclusively available for our Patreon members. So we had already started up good and are getting a good response. So that is how we intend, or I plan to change the training industry. You need not to stuck with the old courses or the courses which hadn't changed in years. So here I will be updating monthly videos. Say if you have subscribed on Python, so make sure you will be given 2 or 3 videos per month which will not be available on YouTube, helping you in your job, helping you do your job much more efficiently. In the same manner, tips and tricks on RSC and RSCSA, and they will be continual monthly updates at $2. That is the beauty. So I will really ask your patronage here, and will see you on Patreon page also. Bye bye, take care, God bless. In the meantime, enjoy the free video. Bye bye.